quiet in my house than usual. The baby is finishing his nap, and I'm sure in 3 seconds he's going to be in here naked. I'm going to have to edit that out, so. Yeah. So anyhow, hey guys, what's up? It's Heather with the Moscow. Long time no see. Around November, I was like, I'm going to make all the videos for December, and it's going to be great. I made some. I edited none. I didn't do crap. I was like, I'm going to make the most epic Christmas display in my house ever, and I had no time for anything else. So anyhow, it is a new year, and I'm super excited to start making videos again. I totally missed this. Super fun. So we're in the dining room today, just going to have a little chat about, sorry, I got to caffeinate. This is not apple cider, it's coffee. I need caffeine. But in any case, I wanted to sit down and take some time to reflect on this year and talk about the coming next year, and moral of the story being 3 lessons that I learned this season in the garden. So I garden in a zone 7B, and I have shade, and I'm trying to turn it into my dream garden. And I love to look at gardens and be inspired by gardens, but I'm not real good at it, and I'm trying to learn to be better. And so you guys are on that journey with me, and sometimes we figure things out together, and sometimes we fail epically, and this is this year's 3 gardening fails. So let me stop rambling, as I will do, and talk about them. So number 1, I put in these Carding Mill David Austin roses this year, and I love them. They're beautiful. I had been looking at them for years. Like, I just want that in my garden, and I don't have much room for roses because all the shade. So when I was able to install them and saw the buds come up, and they bloomed these gorgeous flowers, and I made a video about how excited I was about them. And then they promptly got defoliated by every bug on the planet. It's like they bloomed, and freaking every bug was like, we're going to eat those. Hi, Siri. Talking to you, Siri. So I was like, well, first it was these caterpillar things. Well, okay, every year I have caterpillars that turn into moths. My kids have like caught them before and put them in this little bug house and like pupa staged them and fed them the rose leaves. Because I've always had these knockout roses in the front. So they've always been eating those. So I knew that was a problem. And then, they hatch out and we release them, and yay, fun. Which is actually a really fun project. So they were eating my rose bushes, but I was like, that will be short-lived because those will get gone, in like a month, and it'll be fine. But then some other bug was eating them and eating my other plants too. And then there were the Japanese beetles, and I've always known about Japanese beetles, and I've always seen them on my roses, but they have never defoliated like they did this year. I mean, even my knockout roses, which tend to do pretty good, and maybe it was because the Carding Mills were there, those suckers it was like a freaking Las Vegas style buffet, and they just weren't going anywhere. And by that time it was hot, and I was like, screw it, which is the bad attitude to have, like, screw it. And I didn't get as many flowers as I wanted. So anyhow, they got ravaged repeatedly. I don't think they had that many leaves the whole summer. It was quite the struggle. So first lesson I learned this year is that I've got to treat those roses preemptively every week with some Rose RX, because you spend so much money on those plants, and I have the catalog, and I'm going to make a video about that too, because I'd love to have some more because they're so beautiful. They're really, really beautiful, and you spend a lot of money on them. And they're not known to be super disease resistant. Like, it's not like a cactus where you put it out there and boom, it's fine. But gosh knows. So I've been doing some research on, what to do. So this year, one of our goals is to preemptively every week spray Rose RX on our roses to keep that taken care of, and probably on some of our annuals too. I just don't want to go through again having beautiful plants and be like, oh, look how pretty that one's being eaten. I mean, it was like a freaking buffet. So, lesson 1, treat your roses every week. Rose RX. We're going to do that this year. Okay. Lesson number 2, biggest fail thing that I learned in my garden this year was I have got to come up with a better system for my garden maintenance. So it started out that I've got this weird work schedule where I work 12-hour days. In one week, I work every day but Thursday, 12 hours most of those days. Saturday and Sunday's a little different. And then the next week, I just work half a day on Monday, which is till 3, which to some of y'all is like almost a whole day, but to me, that's like half a day. And then Friday all day, so 12 hours. So your off week, you're golden. You can get all the things done, or your short week. But your long week, you only have Thursday. And if it rains, so one of my goals just in life this year is to start waking up at 5 in the morning. And I was really on a good stretch there in like November, December. I was waking up, I was getting on the treadmill, I was working out, I was doing all the things. And then somewhere around Christmas, I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm going to stay in bed for a while. Another one of the things is I do like to ski. And every year when I go to ski, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at athletic things in general. I look like a walrus on skis. Just really bad. So this is a side note because I ramble. So I was going to work out and be in more shape for 2 reasons. Because I wanted to be better at skiing this winter because we're going to plan some really epic ski vacations and my kids can out ski me, and I just want that moment where we're all 4 skiing together, and we got it like a week ago. But they're going to out ski me and they'll be like, Mom, I don't want to hang out on the green slope, so I got to get my life together, okay? So I was waking up at 5. It was going great. Fell off. Got to get back to that. All of that to say, I will probably cut some of that out. That's a long ramble. All of that to say that on my long weeks, if it rains on Thursday, you're not getting nothing done. So I need to come up with a better system so that every week, hopefully in the morning. So every week, got to have a better system. So breaking it down, there are not a whole lot of areas. There's not a whole lot of square footage that I have to go out and maintenance. But if you try to just do it all day Thursday and it rains, it never works out. And so then it would be really hot, or we need to do something on that Thursday. So if I can wake up at 5 a.m., run, and then do a little something in the yard every single morning, I have a better chance of getting it all done. And it won't be lob hot, because here in East Tennessee, especially in the summer, it doesn't really matter what time of day it is, although if the sun's not beating down on you it's better, but lava hot. That's just how it is. It gets lava hot and it's humid. And look at my hair now. Like, that's not how it looks in my videos in the summer. Y'all know it doesn't. It's like, so, humidity, lava hot. So making a schedule, and I will make a video about that, like what my schedule is going to be and how I'm going to handle it, because I've got to have a better way to maintenance every day. Also have my microphone hanging right here off my camera today, because every time I've tried to record something recently, it just shuts off, and then I get done and I'm like, where's the rest of my audio? And we ain't doing all that, so I put it right there. Finally, lesson number 3, biggest lesson that I learned this year, and it's probably every beginner's mistake when you have a lot of stuff going, is I put in all these drip systems, and I love my drip system. Y'all know how I feel about my drip system. I feel like I've really got drip system down, like I know how to install it, run it, but because I could water every day, I did, and I overwatered everything, and I drowned all the plants on the front porch and killed them, and I drowned all my strawberries and killed them, and my tomatoes taste super watery. And then I'd be like, well, I'm just going to plant these seeds, and if I run my drip every day, then my seeds will stay wet till they germinate, and then I'd never turn the drip system down. And I overwatered everything. Total, like, everybody's mistake. I just didn't want it to dry out. And it didn't. And the soil, when I got done, was kind of smelly. And I was like, fail. So next year, one of the biggest things is not running the drip as much. Also, I've got to find a way, because a lot of my containers that have all of my like annual flowers in them, they're going to need water every day, especially that little window box thing that's hanging off that side rail. It's going to need water every day, but it's hooked into the ground that's right next to it, which is also, by the way, I have really heavy clay soil, and clay is going to hold on to water more, so I don't need to water every day. But there I was like, all the water, run it all the time, like a waterfall. Fail. So this year we've got to work on possibly some of those containers, getting some of those self-watering inserts. And I've thought about, because my porch is such a struggle area for me, I want plants up there so bad, but it's like straight cave, and I just can't have water sitting anywhere up there. So I thought if I had like a fully enclosed self-watering container that all I had to do was fill it up, but it never drained, maybe I could have plants up there. So we might be seeing some videos this summer on self-watering container inserts. So maybe that'll be a thing. We'll see. So anyhow, that is Beefy Dubs. Jason is gonna have this room as a computer room. So he has spent the better part of all day trying to figure out what kind of desk he wants to buy. And now he just rolled up in here with a tape measure. He's having the hardest time picking something. Like, he's spent all day on the internet just trying to find what he wants. But in any case, so that is the 3 biggest lessons that we learned this year in the garden. So I'm super excited to be back making videos, you guys. It's going to be a fun year. I really feel like we're going to get some cool things done. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go hang out with this guy. He's got a Hershey kiss. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.